In this lesson, we're going to start working on the boots of the character. Alright, so in between lessons, I went ahead and I went along the back pockets and I had created the seams for that. Just a quick note on doing that. I went ahead and I started at this corner and brought it down and just traced all the way around, and then went across the top here. And then after I had done that, I got rid of some of the edges that was created by just using the move brush and just moving that into the pants a little bit, so it just kind of helped clean that up some. Alright, and then also one more stitch that I made right across the front here, right across the front of the pants there. Okay. Alright, so now that we have the pants finished with stitches, we're not completely done with them, but before I can move on, I really want to make sure that the pants make sense with the boots, okay, and the shoes. And so what we need to do now is we need to go ahead and select the body, and we need to straighten up the foot here. Now you'll notice in a couple of places that the leg is sticking through, and that's okay, because remember, whenever we were working with the pants, I had the intentions of moving these around a little bit, kind of shaping that to the leg a little bit more. So just with the body visible here, let's go ahead and grab our standard brush, and let's hold down, or actually let's bring our draw size up really quickly. Let's hold down Control and let's mask off the ankles here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to back up, hold down Control, and we're just going to mask off everything except for the ankles. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down Control and click on the body so it blurs that edge of our mask. And then I'm going to come in with the transpose brush, and I'm going to draw from the ankle down to the end of the toe, and I'm going to make sure I'm set to rotate, and I'm going to grab right here. I'm going to start to rotate that foot up. Now I want to rotate it up just enough, and then hold Control and just kind of deselect that. And I want to get rid of that issue that I have right there so far. So let's switch to our standard brush really quickly. And just want to kind of smooth that out. Now it's okay if the ankles lose their detail. Okay, we're not trying to create detail in the foot. Now let's go ahead and mask this off a little bit differently. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to try to mask that off, get a little bit lower on that foot, and let's grab the transpose tool. And it should keep our settings. We may want to go ahead and reset that just a little bit. And I'm going to rotate that. Actually, you know what? It's starting to skew the foot a little too much. Let me go from here to here. And oh, it's because I don't have rotate on. Sorry about that. And I just want to get that foot to where it's nice and straight here. Now again, we're tearing that up. Not an issue. We'll take care of that momentarily. Let's hold down Control and unmask. Let's go to our standard brush. Let's bring our draw size down, and let's start to kind of smooth that out a little bit. Okay, just like that. And then grab your move tool, so BMV, bring your draw size up a little bit, and just kind of reshape that foot a little bit. Just a little. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and mask that off again. Hold Control, mask it off to the ankle, and then I'm actually going to hold down Control again. I'm going to mask off to here, just like that. Hold Control, click on that mask. It'll blur the edge there, and let's grab our transpose tool. And let's do this. We'll rotate it, and I'm going to rotate the toes down. Okay, so something like that. I think I may have gone a little bit too far there. And let me actually click on that again to really blur that edge. I was tearing it up a little too much, I feel. Something like that. All right, now hold control, back off of that, and then let's grab our standard brush. We come in, just kind of start to smooth that out across the top of the foot, the bottom of the foot, and just want to look at this from the different angles that we have here. And then we can make some minor adjustments just using the move brush. So I can kind of pull the heel down a little bit, try to get that along the floor. And then you may even lengthen out the foot a little bit, because sometimes whenever you rotate, you may lose a little bit of length in there. Go across the front. Let's make sure we get the side of the foot down. And just kind of looking at this line right here. Okay. All right, great. So now that we have that, let's come in. Let's grab our standard brush. I'm going to hold down control, and I'm going to mask out this right here. It looks like the boot. Okay. Now before we extract that, let's check what level we're on this, and we're on subdivision level 1, so that's the lowest, and I want to go ahead and do that. So let's try masking that out again, but I just want to make sure that I get that to be a little bit more even. And I think that's about as good as we're going to get. That's okay. Now let's go to Subtool, and we're going to extract that. Let's try 0.01. Let's extract that, see what we get there. Can't really see that thickness, so I'm going to come across the top of that. Hit extract again. I think that's pretty good for what we need, so let's go ahead and accept that. We don't need to double it, and so because we're never going to really even see the tops of that, we just want to leave that as an option just in case there. So select this. Let's go ahead and rename to boots. There we go. Hold control. Select outside of that so that it removes our mask. And then at this point we need to start adjusting the proportions of the feet. Now the boots, you'll notice that we've got a little bit of extra right across the top here. If you wanted to make that straight across and you wanted to kind of work that a little bit more, you could use a different brush. You could use something like the trim brushes. Let me find those really quickly. So we have trim curve, trim rectangle. This is going to be used with the Control-Shift keys. So let's go ahead and hit OK. So Control-Shift, there's trim rect, and then I'll just come right across the top of that, and you'll see how it trims that off. Now one thing that we lose is that hole that's in the center. Okay, you need to figure out if that's something that you need. If you don't, you can go ahead and leave it just the way it is. But I'm just kind of showing you another tool and how it's used. In my case, I do want to go ahead and have that hole available. Okay, but I do need to get rid of the polygons that are on the inside of that. I don't want those. Okay, so let's hit Shift F. Let's hold down Control and Shift. Just left click on that, and then left click again. And we're going to come down to Split, Split Hidden, and then find the new object that it created and simply delete it. Yes, and there we go. So now we've got these boots, got a nice hole in the middle there. If you need to make adjustments, grab your Move tool and make the adjustments that you need there. Okay, for that. For some reason, not on the boot, that's why. Let's hit Shift F, and you can start to make adjustments to that. Now we're going to be moving these points around. We're going to be making adjustments to the boots and trying to get those to shape a little bit more. So we're going to be working on the proportions and getting this to look right in the next lesson. So I'll see you then.